Hello, welcome to Straight Talk Africa. It's Wednesday, July 10th. I am Shaka Sully.
Hello to you, Shaka, and hello to all our viewers and listeners on the continent and elsewhere. I'm Mariama Diallo, your social media reporter.
Today, we'll discuss the political crisis in Egypt as the interim president, Adel Mansour, announced a timetable for parliamentary and presidential elections. This in a bid to move the country forward and away from a cycle of violence following the toppling of President Mohamed Morsi.
And coming up later, in our social media segment, you, our audience, have responded to our topic through your emails and Facebook comments. We'll reveal some of them ahead on Straight Talk Africa.
Egyptian interim president Mansour has announced a timetable for parliamentary and presidential elections as the nation looks to move forward and away from violent protests. Opponents of former President Mohamed Morsi's government have welcomed the leadership change, but Muslim Brotherhood supporters are vowing to continue their demonstrations to reinstate the Islamist leader. My colleague Sharon Behen has more from the Egyptian capital, Cairo.
The Muslim Brotherhood and its supporters haven't budged from their demand that ousted President Mohamed Morsi be reinstated, even though Egypt's interim leadership has forged ahead by nominating a new prime minister and announcing a timetable for elections. Clashes between the Brotherhood and the military, as well as those supporting Mr. Morsi's ouster, have left dozens dead and many more injured. Reconciliation is only possible if Mr. Morsi is reinstated as president, says senior Brotherhood member Abdel Rahman El-Bar.
What is acceptable is that legitimacy is restored once again, and the legitimately elected president returns, and matters proceed once again according to the Constitution and Egyptian law. In this case, it is possible to consider reconciliation, and in this condition, it will be possible to move forward, and this is the logical solution to the crisis.
Soldiers are still positioned around Cairo's most sensitive buildings. The military would be ready to return them to their barracks when security improves, says analyst and retired General Samah Sef Eliazal.
It's their choice. It's the choice of Muslim Brotherhood now. If they want to join the new political forces in Egypt, or they want, even as an opposition group, no problem at all. Or they will stay carrying weapons, carrying Kalashnikovs and killing people. It's up to them.
The military says it ousted President Morsi because millions rose up to demand his departure after he failed to fix the country's struggling economy and unify the country. Now, says Mahmoud Badr, a founder of the Tamarud campaign that sparked the civilian uprising, the people are united.
It
is impossible that the big and great Egypt and anyone concerned about its stability would allow a group of terrorists to govern us by force or by threats. We will not allow terrorism to rule us. Egypt overcame terrorism before and will do so again, even if they try to rule us by force, regardless of who it is.
However, reports on Tuesday said Tamarud had dismissed the constitutional changes proposed by the interim leadership. Sharon Bain, VOA News, Cairo.